And welcome, ladies and gents, to another day of Trojans baseball here on a cloudy Wednesday afternoon, where our George Washington Trojans will take on the Park West Seahawks. On the mound today is number 19, Justin Rodriguez, who's looking for his third win of the season. As you can see, he's warming up on the mound, and we should be getting this game started very shortly. God willing, the clouds hold up and we have no rain, and we could get this game in with no type of issues. Our George Washington Trojans are the home team for today, wearing the orange tops with white pants, and the Park West Seahawks are wearing the Michigan Wolverine colors of navy blue and gold or yellow. Justin is warming up, and we should be starting in a few, ladies and gents. Park West 30, their leadoff hitter. The Trojans seem ready. The Seahawks are starting with some good energy from their bench. And we're on the way, ladies and gents. The umpire's called play ball. Justin is ready. Gets the sign from Michael, the catcher. And here we go. First pitch, strike right down the middle. Count is 0-1. Justin has some great stuff. He's the ace of the George Washington pitching staff. Has a great fastball and a great slider. Here's the second pitch of the at-bat. Strike two with a missed bunt by number 30 of the Seahawks. And the pitch, high for ball one. Count is now 1-2, 1 ball, 2 strikes here in the top of the first inning. If you're just joining us, we want to say thank you once again for your view. We're trying again to try to give you guys the best experience possible. And the fourth pitch of that bat, low outside for ball two. Count is 2-2. The Trojans have coming out a great win, beating Norman Thomas 22-1. And struck him out with some high cheese for out number 1 of the inning. Justin collects his first K. Next at bat is number 3 for the Park West Seahawks. And the pitch from Justin Rodriguez. Strike on the outside corner for the first strike of that bat. Count is now 0-1. There's only one out here in the top of the first inning. that's low in the dirt for ball one. Strike. Two on the outside corner. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Here we go. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on the second batter of the inning. The game has just started. Justin is in good command, mixing his pitches. And strike 3. That's the second of the inning. Next at bat is the number 3 hitter, number 20 for the Seahawks. 2 batters faced by Justin and 2 batters that he's struck out so far. Let's see if he can continue his dominance and strike out the side. Strike. Ooh, that looked close. That looked like it was a strike from over here, but the ump said it was 2 inside. That's ball 1. Count is 1-0. The pitch low for ball 2. And the pitch grounded to the third baseman, Gregory Mello. Clean scoop over the first, and the inning is over. And Justin retires the side. And up next in the bottom of the first inning will be our George Washington Trojans. We'll be right back, ladies and gents. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here at George Washington Educational Complex in the bottom of the first inning, where John Luis Sierra is leading off And he takes strike one to begin the bottom of the first inning. That's outside for ball one. Count is 1-1. And the pitch fouled to the right side for out number one. Next at bat is the DH, Austin Payano, number 37. That pitch is high for ball one. Count is 1-0. Fouled off and back. Count is 1-1 on Austin Payano, the DH for the Trojans today. Outside in the dirt. Count is 2-1 on Austin Payano. Let's see if Austin could be the Trojans' first base run of today's game. Good eye by Austin. That's way inside. Count is 3-1 now. 3 balls, 1 strike. I don't know if Carbone is giving Austin the green light to swing. At this present moment, I would. And that's inside. Austin works a walk to give the Trojans their first base runner of today's game. Next at bat is the number 3 hitter playing center field, John LeGrand. This is the heart of the Trojans lineup with the 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up next with only 1 out. See if they could do some damage. And the pitch is high and outside for ball one. Austin steals second. Safely. He advances to second base. Count is 2-0 with Austin stealing second. And the pitch, swing and a miss by John LeGrand for strike one. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike and 1 out with a run in second base. Here in the bottom of the first inning. John has been red hot these last few games. Oof. Takes a good cut, but foul to the right side for strike 2. If I'm not mistaken, in his last game, he went 3 for 3 with a home run and 2 doubles. Count is 2-2. The pitch, fouled back. John LeGrand is staying alive. Fouling off that pitch, just getting a piece to keep the bat going. LeGrand steps back into the batter's box. Pitch is ready. Swinging him. Oh no, foul. He just got a piece of it. Count stays 2-2. John LeGrand is definitely making the pitches work. This is the sixth pitch of this at bat. The ump calls time to fix the home plate. John steps back into the batter's box and we're ready. And the pitch. Outside, good eye by John LeGrand. Count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here we go. And the pitch. Foul straight back and out of play. John is really making the pitcher work. Anything that's close, he's fouled off. His timing has just slightly been off. Count is still full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on John LeGrand, the number 3 hit of the Trojans, who's showing excellent grit here in this first at bat, just fighting off pitches. That was fouled straight back. Count is still full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Trojans have a runner in second in scoring position. Let's see if they can bring this guy in. The pitch rocked. Oof, but foul. He put good wood on that, but he's just slightly early, just hooked the foul. Oh, he struck him out with a high curveball. After battling all at bat, John LeGrand strikes out for out number 2 of the inning. Next at bat is the cleanup hitter, third baseman, number 23, Gregory Mello, who is in prime precision. And he hits a high fly ball to the second baseman, who gets under it. And that is out number 3. And the Trojans are down. And after 1 inning, the score is 0-0. We'll be back, ladies and gents, for the top of the second. And we're back, ladies and gents, here at the top of the second inning with the Seahawks. Third baseman, number 24, at bat against Justin Rodriguez, the Trojans' ace. Number 24 is digging in. And the pitch from Justin. It's a high fly ball. Caught by Ramon Jimenez, the first baseman of the Trojans, for out number 1 of the inning. Next at bat for the Seahawks is number 15, the center fielder. Another fly ball, but that's definitely out of play. To the right side for strike number 1. And the pitch from Justin. Fouled back again. for strike number 2. Count is now 0-2 on number 15 center fielder for the Park West Seahawks. And the pitch from Justin. Scooped cleanly by Nicolas Nunez. Oh, and he throws it away. That's an E6 for Nicolas Nunez. The runner advances to second base on the throwing error. Next at bat is the 6th hitter for the Park West Seahawks, number 27. The Seahawks have the first base runner of the game on an error. He chops it, but foul to the left side for strike number 1. Justin has been cruising lately. I love the fact that he's taking his time in between pitches. He sometimes has the tendency of thinking too fast, but he looks relaxed and poised, which I love seeing from this young stud. The pitch. Ooh, sweet curveball at the knees for strike 2. Count is 0-2. Justin got the hitter right when he wanted him. Let's see if he challenges him with some heat or he might throw another hook to keep the hitter guessing. I'll go with the hook. Yep, and he got him. And that is out number 2 of the inning. Next at bat is number 22 for the Seahawks. There's 2 outs here in the bottom, the top of the first inning. Top of the second inning, yes, correct. I've been correct by our technician here. Straight guys down the middle of the plate for strike number 1. Justin gets the sign from Alcantara, the catcher for the Trojans, and the pitch is a hit. Oh, that drops in front of the right fielder. He's going for 3. And he reaches on a stand-up triple. And the Seahawks got the first run of the game with a triple by number 22, the number 7 hitter. Next at bat is number 23. Still 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. It's only 1 zip. Here we go. Count is 1-0. That's another ball that's outside for ball 2. Oof, I don't think this hitter actually saw that pitch. That swing was extremely late for strike number 1. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike. And 2 outs here at the top of the second inning. And the pitch fouled back for strike number 2. Count is now 2 balls, 2 strikes on number 23 for the Seahawks. Let's see if Justin can put him away right here. And the pitch, high. Count is full, ladies and gents. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And the pitch, high for ball 4. Next at bat is number 1 and the 9th hitter for the Seahawks. Mike Alcantara is given the defensive assignments in case of a steal to second base. What to do. Here we go, runners in first and third base. He in the top of the second inning, there's 2 outs. And that is high for ball 1. High again for ball number 2. The pitching coach has gone to visit the mound to see if he could calm Justin Rodriguez down a bit. He was cruising till he gave up a little bloop triple, you could say. I think the right fielder made the wrong play of trying to risk and die for it. I think he just would have been better off just keeping the ball in front of him. The runner from second was going to score anyways. But like they say, can't cry over spilled milk, is already done. It's best that they just focus on this next batter. Number 1. Justin has 3 balls now and no strikes. And that's strike number 1. Count is 3-1 on the 9th hitter for the Seahawks. And he walks him. The bases is now loaded. And the pitch, high for ball 1. Count is 1-0 on the leadoff hitter for the Seahawks, who are threatening to make some noise. That's a strike right down Broadway. The bases are loaded. There's 2 outs. The count is 1-1. Strike number 2. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. go. And the pitch. A good hit. Oh, he caught him out. And that's a good force out. I've seen weirder things. But the right fielder just threw out the runner at first base. And after the top of the first, top of the second, Central Park 1, George Washington 0. Be right back. And here we are. Bottom of the second inning, leading off is Ramon Jimenez.
Coach on the Central Park too.
Swing and a miss by Ramon. Count is now 1-1. Yes, my apologies, ladies and gents. I was thinking about Central Park instead of saying Park West. That's inside for strike number 2. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ramon Jimenez, the number 5 hitter. That was inside. Count is 2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Ramon Jimenez, the first baseman for the Trojans. And he was hit by the pitch. And Ramon reaches base. Next at bat is the number 6 hitter catching for the George Washington Trojans, Michael Alcantara. Ramon takes a decent lead over first base. And that's called inside for strike 1 on Michael. Low for ball 1. Count is 1-1. See if the Trojans can start a little rally here in the bottom of the second inning. Good eye by Michael Alcantara. Count is 2-1. And the pitch, chop to the left side, foul for. In the pitch to Michael Alcantara. Inside, good eye by Michael. Count is now full, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes from the George Washington Trojans catcher. And he strikes him with some high cheese for out number 1 of the inning. Next at bat is Nicolas Nunez, the shortstop for the George Washington Trojans. And he takes a called strike one on the outside corner. And the pitch, he caught him with a nice slider for strike number two. Count is now 0 balls, 2 strikes on Nicolas. And he struck him out on 3 pitches. Wow. Next at bat is the 8th hitter, Elijah Rodriguez, playing left field. Elijah takes outside for ball 1. There's 2 outs here in the inning. Bottom of the 2nd. With Elijah Rodriguez at bat, who takes a nice cut but swings and misses for strike number 1 of his at bat. That is high for ball 2. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And Elijah swings and misses again. Count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ramon goes. No throw for Ramon, who gets a stolen base on a no throw. He advances to second. And that is ball 4 on Elijah. Reaches first base. And at bat is the number 9 hitter, Brian Mello, playing second base today. That's a ball. Count is 1-0. He's and the pitch. Rip up the middle. And an error by the second baseman. And the Trojans have tied the game here in the bottom of the 2nd inning with a base hit up the middle by Brian Mello. Elijah reaches third base. And it's 1-1. Next at bat is the leadoff hitter for the Trojans, John Luis Sierra, who swings at the first pitches he sees for strike 1. And he got him with a sharp hook for strike 2. Count is 0-2. Ooh, that was close, but called outside for ball 1 by the blue, or the umpire. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And then shot ripped deep to left field. I don't think anybody's catching that one. And that's a stand-up triple for Gianluis Sierra. And the Trojans now gone up 3-1. That was a great at-bat by Gianluis Sierra. He hit that pretty deep. Next at-bat is Austin Payano, who takes strike one on the outside corner. That was a sort of check swing by Austin Payano for strike number 2. Connor's 0-2. And he flies a ball up to left field. And the left fielder gets under it. But before that happens, Gianluis hits a base clearing triple to put the Trojans up 3-1. After 2 innings, the Trojans are up. Be right back, ladies and gents. For the top of the 3rd inning, and a grounder to the 3rd baseman, Gregory Mello, who scoops it up cleanly and throws him out for the first out here of the top of the 3rd inning. Next at bat is number 20, their catcher, the number 3 hitter, who also grounded out to Gregory, the 3rd baseman in the 1st inning. That is low and inside for ball 1. Ooh, nice curveball by Justin. Seems like he's back on track. Connor's 1-1. Swing and a miss on the hitter. Connor's now 1 ball, 2 strikes on the number 3-hitter, the catcher, number 20 for the Park West Seahawks. And he got him. Swing and a miss. Strike number 3. That is K number 4 for Justin. And the second out of the top of the 3rd inning. Next at bat is the cleanup hitter for the Seahawks, who flied out to the first baseman in his first at bat in the 2nd inning. That is high for ball 1.
Yeah, no, I'm working on it.
For those of you that are watching, yes, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. I will try to do my best to keep you guys up and running. Remember, we are outside and the Wi-Fi the connection isn't the greatest. But the count is 1-0. There's still 2 outs. And the pitch by Justin. He hits the cleanup hitter, unfortunately. So as a hit by pitch by Justin, the runner advances to first base. There's still 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. And next at bat is number 15, the center fielder for the Seahawks, who previously reached base on the fielder's error. It was a throwing error by the Trojan shortstop in the 2nd inning that allowed him to reach base and allowed him to be the first run for the Park West Seahawks. The run at first takes a decent lead. He runs, he goes, and he's in there safe. He steals second base. He advances to second. Again, ladies and gents, if you're just joining us, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. We're trying to have the stream back up and running for you guys as soon as possible. There's a runner at second base here in the top of the 3rd inning. There's 1 ball, 0 strikes, and 2 outs. That's a high ball. Count is now 2-0. There's 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 3rd inning, with the Park West Seahawks having a runner at second base. Justin Rodriguez is trying to find the first strike of this at bat, and he does with a slider right outside on the outside corner for strike 1.
Up and running again.
Everything should be up and running from what my technician is telling me here. So those of you guys that are viewing live on YouTube, if you can, you're in the chat, please let us know. That way we are also aware that you guys can see us. That's in the dirt for ball 3. Count is 3-1, 3 balls, 1 strike.
Awesome, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
I love this music.
Count is 3-1, 3 balls, 1 strike. Oof. Fastball right down the middle of the plate. To fill out the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. The Seahawks have a runner at second from a hit by pitch and a stolen base by that same player, number 24, on the 3rd baseman. Let's see if Justin can strike this batter out and retire the side. The batter had called timeout, granted by the ump. He steps back into the batter's box. Seems like everybody's ready. Justin steps back on the rubber. Here we go. And the pitch, high for ball 4. He reaches base. Next at bat for the Park West Seahawks is number 27, who struck out in the previous inning. The Park West Seahawks have runners in first and second base, but there are two outs here at the top of the third. That pickoff move almost came to bite the Trojans, but good job by John LeGrand backing up the throw. Strike one on the batter. Send me the link. Fouled off, back for strike number two. Send it to me, so I could also send it to my. Count now is 0-2, 0 balls, 2 strikes on number 27 of the Park West Seahawks. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes from the hitter. And the pitch. Outside for ball 2. Count is 2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count is 2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. See if Justin could put this kid away. And he does with some high cheese and strikes him out again. And that retires the top of the third inning with our Trojans leading 3-1. We'll be right back at the bottom of the third. With John LeGrand leading off this inning. Swing and a miss by John LeGrand. Swing and a miss again by John LeGrand for strike number 2.
So this is, yeah, that's the observation. You usually have a couple more cameras.
No, we're missing the canopy with the scoop logos around the
Yeah.
broadcast.
Connor's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on John LeGrand here to start.
Floor, right? Nice to meet you again. It's been a while. I will be helping you with the graduation too.
He swung and missed for strike number 3.
This is what we do. This is the graduation.
Yo, I hope you know that everything is picking up, right?
I'm good. My shoe. Nah, here.
Next at bat is Gregory Mello, who flied out in the first inning and takes strike 1. Inside for ball 1 on Gregory Mello, who today is 0 for 1, flying out to the second baseman. And the line drive, but right at the left fielder. Wow. Gregory put some good wood on that, but unfortunately he hit it directly to the left fielder for the second out of the inning. Next at bat is the first baseman, hitting 5th, Ramon Jimenez, who was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Swing and a miss. My apologies, ladies and gents. It seems like they have removed Ramon out of the game and have put Axel Sosa. The count now on Axel Sosa is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he gets hit by the pitch.
He does not look happy.
For the second time.
He get hit by.
No, que la pega.
No. This is a new player. There's also Sosa.
Next at bat for the Trojans is the catcher Michael Alcantara, who unfortunately struck out in the second inning. And Michael pops up to the third baseman, and that retires the side. And after 3 innings, our Trojans are still up 3-1. BRB, ladies and gents. All right, guys, and here we are back on the top of the fourth inning. Here at bat at the top of the fourth inning is number 22 for the Seahawks, who is 0 for 2 today. No, excuse me, I'm lying. This is the same batter who got a icing triple that scored their first run. My apologies. He is 1 for 1 with a triple. And that strike count is 2 balls, 1 strike on number 22 for the Seahawks. And that's grounded foul to the left side for strike number 2. Count is now 2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes for number 22. Try to say that 3 times as fast. Our George Washington Trojans are up 3-1. I just saw it. And here's the pitch by Justin Rodriguez. Ooh, struck him out. For out number 1 of the top of this fourth inning. Next at bat is number 23 for the Park West Seahawks. And the pitch is hit. Yeesh, I know that must have hurt. Hit him right in the thigh. Hit by pitch. Runner advances to first base. And next at bat for the Park West Seahawks is number 1. The Park West Seahawks bench is trying to rattle Justin Rodriguez. And the pitch low and in the dirt for ball 1. And the pitch. Ooh. Foul back. That caught the umpire. Ooh. Hope he's okay. Seems like he is. Count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. That was and that was that was foul tip back in the field attempt bunt for strike number 2. Connors 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here at the top of the 4th inning. What is this kid doing? Strike 3. He's out. The runner cannot advance to first base because there's already a runner on first base, and that is strike out number 2 of the inning for Justin Rodriguez. And number 7 for him in the game. Next at bat is the leadoff hitter for the Seahawks, who takes a ball outside. Connors 1-0. And the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Connors 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike. That's high for ball 2. Outside for ball 3. The runner from first advances to second. Count now is 3-1, 3 balls, 1 strikes, and 2 outs here on the top of the 4th inning. Here we go, Connors 3-1. And the pitch, called a ball. And the leadoff hitter works a walk to get on base. Man on first and second. Now for number 3, the pitcher for the Seahawks currently. Who takes strike 1 inside. Good eye by the hitter. Staying off that pitch is in the dirt. Connors 1-1. That was a weird pitch. That's the bottom of the inning. We'll be right back, ladies and gents. Así fue el otro juego también. And we're live. Swing and a miss by Nicolas Nunez, the leadoff hitter here in this inning, on the bottom of the fourth inning. Nicholas is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout in the bottom of the second inning. Let's see if he could do some damage here or get on base. Swing and a miss again for strike number 2. Connors 0 and 2 on Nicolas Nunez. That's high and outside for ball 1. Ball outside. Good eye by Nicholas. Connors 2 and 2. Good eye by Nick. Connors now full after starting the at bat at 0 and 2. Connors full here in the bottom of the fourth inning for Nicolas Nunez, the shortstop for our George Washington Trojans, who swings and misses for his second strikeout of the game. Next at bat is the left fielder Elijah Rodriguez, who worked a walk and scored in the bottom of the second inning. He gets caught up with a curveball for strike 1. And chops one to the second baseman, who scoops it up and tosses Elijah out for the second out of the inning. Next at bat is the second baseman Brian Mello, who had an RBI, a 2 RBI hit in the bottom of the second. And that's inside for ball 1. On Brian Mello. He swings and misses at a pitch. Count is now 1 and 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a base hit, scooped up by the shortstop. And he was thrown out. Way to stay with it. And at the end of 4 innings, our Trojans still up 3-1. We'll be right back, ladies and gents. And here we are, ladies and gents, here at the top of the 5th inning. Justin still on the mound. And the Park West Seahawks number 3 hitter, number 20, and the catcher's at bat. First pitch of the at bat is in the dirt for ball 1. And that's a pop up, but I believe he's gonna be out of play. Yes, sir. That is strike. Excuse me. That is strike number 1 on number 20 of the Park West Seahawks, who are currently down 3-1 here on the top of the 5th inning. If you're just joining us, it's been a really good game, really fundamentally sound baseball game for anybody who's a baseball fan. You would enjoy it. The Seahawks got the first runner on an error and then got a IC triple. That's a hit by pitch by Justin. Then, in the bottom of the 2nd inning, the Trojans scored 3, and that's been pretty much it. That is all the offense so far of this game. But thus far, our Trojans are up. Next at bat is the cleanup hitter, third baseman for the Park West Seahawks, number 24, who's 0 for 1 today with a flyout. And that's a big, oh, double, oh, error by Nicholas. That should have been a double play. That's a routine grounder that the shortstop has to make. But it'll be counted as a base hit up the middle. There's runners in first and second with no outs. And the pitch here for number 15, center fielder for the Park West Seahawks, is high for ball 1. That's low again for ball two. And the catcher can't corral it. And the runners advance. Runners in second and third base here with the Seahawks threatening on the top of the fifth inning. There's runners in second and third with no outs. And the pitch, strike number one of the at-bat. Count is 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strikes, and no outs. So far, Justin has just given up 2 hits this whole entire game. That's fouled back by the hitter. And has 7 strikeouts. Justin just balked in a run. There's a run at third now. Score is 3-2. And that is low for ball 3. Count is 3-2. The Seahawks have scored a run on a balk by Justin, which is extremely unusual by him. It's a run at third. Count is full, no outs. And that's a clean base hit. And the Seahawks have tied the game 3-3 here on the top of the fifth inning. Next at bat for the Park West Seahawks, number 27, who's 0 for 2 today with 2 Ks. And that's strike number 1 on the outside corner.
Keep doing that, Pop. We got a lot of Park fans in our YouTube channel watching.
And that is strike 2 on number 27.
Quite a bullshit one.
The run at first is taking a decent lead. Justin steps off.
Yeah, we got some Park fans up in here.
Count is 0 balls, 2 strikes to number 27. He strikes out. Oh, batter's interference. Both runners are out.
How does a batter interfere with us? We have a next lesson.
Next at bat is number 22 for the Seahawks. Who fouls it off to the right side. Foul. For strike number one of that bat. And the pitch. Low for ball one. And the pitch. Inside for strike number two. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Count is still 1-2. And the pitch. Outside for ball two. Count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. High. Count is down full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. And that's a fly ball to right field, brought in by John Luis. But before that, the Seahawks tied the game with 2 runs here in the top of the 5th. Be right back, ladies and gents. And we're back here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Leading off, John Luis Sierra. Right at the center fielder. Good wood by John Luis. And a good play. There's some type of discussion going on. I'm sorry that I missed it. All right, here we go. Next at bat is Austin Payano, who's 0 for 1 today with a fly out to the left fielder. On the pitch, inside for ball one. On the pitch, swing and a miss by Austin Payano. Count is 1-1. One ball, one strike, one out. Here in the bottom of the fifth inning, game is tied 3-3. He swings and a miss again for strike number 2. Outside for ball 2, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Here in the bottom of the fifth inning, with our game being tied 3-3. Swing and a miss for out number 2. Next at bat is the number 3 hitter and center fielder, John LeGrand, who unfortunately today has been 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Let's see if we could break the streak right now. Strike number 1 on the outside corner on John LeGrand to start off his at bat. It's 0-1. Strike 2 on the outside corner on John LeGrand. Ooh, that was really close and called a ball. And strike 3 by John LeGrand. And we'll be right back with the top of the 6th. And here we are, ladies and gents. We're back. We're back here for the top of the sixth inning with the hitter takes strike number one. Strike number two. And in three pitches, he struck out for out number one here on the top of the sixth inning. New pitcher on the mound for the George Washington Trojans, William Malmol. Now for the Seahawks is the number 9 hitter who takes a low ball one. It's been a great game so far. Game is tied with 2 innings left, the 6th and the 7th. Swing and a miss. By the 9th hitter, number 1. And the pitch. Strike number 2. Nasty hook by Malmol, the new Trojan pitcher, who's cruising so far. Count is 1-2. And strike 3 again. He strikes him out. That's 2 down here in the top of the 6th inning. Next at bat for the Park West Seahawks is their leadoff hitter, number 30 left field, who is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a fly out to the right fielder. And the pitch, strike number 1, right down Broadway. Willie Malmol definitely came out throwing strikes. That's another strike, number 2 on number 30, the left fielder. Count is now 0-2, 0 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And the pitch, and that's foul. That's fouled off. The hitter just got a piece of it. Count stays 0-2, 0 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. And the pitch, strike 3. And that takes care of the side, ladies and gents. And on the top of the 6th inning, still 3-3, with the number 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming up for the Trojans at the bottom of the 6th. Be right back, ladies and gents. And we're live. We're back here in the bottom of the 6th inning, where the Trojans cleanup hitter Gregory Mello is leading off, and he takes a low ball one. Again, that's low and outside for ball two. That's good eye and good plate discipline by Gregory Mello, who unfortunately today is 0 for 2 with two flyouts. Ooh, he gets just under this one. The pitch is under it, and he gets it. That is the first out of the inning. The Trojans hitter have just been completely unbalanced today, something that's extremely rare. They usually crush so pitching. Next at bat is Axel Sosa, who takes outside for ball one. Good eye again by Axel. That's low and inside for ball two. Count now is 2 balls, 0 strikes with only one out. Axel swings and misses for strike number one. That's 3 balls to just one strike. That was in the dirt. Count is 3-1. Swing and a miss by Axel Sosa. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and only one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And he works the walk. Good eye and good play discipline by Axel Sosa. Next at bat is the catcher, Michael Alcantara, who's also 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout to the third baseman. Let's see if the Trojans could put up a little rally together now and break this tie. Mike takes low for ball one. And the pitch. Axel goes from first. It's called a strike. Count is 1-1. The Trojans now have a run in scoring position after Axel steals second base. And it's ripped down the line. But just foul. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mike Alcantara with a run in scoring position. He calls timeout. On the pitch, swing and a miss by Michael. The runner advances to third. Oh, and the catcher throws it away. Axel scores. Michael's all the way rounding third base. Wow, incredible, ladies and gents. Michael Alcantara had originally struck out. For those of you that are not aware of that, if the catcher drops the ball, the batter can advance to first base. Unfortunately for the catcher, he threw it to right field. So not only does the runner score, but he goes to third base Swing and a miss by Nicolas Nunez, who is 0 for 2 today. And the pitch. Ooh, and a line drive deep to center field. Ain't no one catching that one. That splits the gap. Nicolas, who has good speed, is running second. He's going for 3. He's going home. Carbone is sending him. It's going to be a close play. And he got him out.
So what happened? Wow. Gonna stay fourth? No, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good.
That was some exciting baseball there. That was a huge shot hit by Nicolas Nunez. Good relay throw by the center fielder and the shortstop to catch him out. But the Trojans have scored 2 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning to take a 5-3 lead. Next at bat for the Trojans is Elijah Rodriguez, who was 0 for 1 today, grinding out to the second baseman and working a walk in the 1st inning.
Yeah, that's Ordonez's cameras. I'm gonna switch it whenever she's ready. And she lagged out. It's a little connection issue.
Can you split it? You can split it. Like putting like a small box.
I'll do that.
There's been some clearing up being done here. I think the Blues are ready. The umpires are ready. The pitcher's waiting for Elijah to step into the batter's box. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. But the Trojans, oof! Line drive, but foul. For strike 1. Swing and a miss by Elijah on a ball that's on the dirt. For the second strike of the at bat. Count is 0-2, 0 balls, 2 strikes. And strikes him out with 3 pitches. That's a beautiful hook by the pitcher. But at the end of 6, the Trojans score 2. And they're up 5-3. We'll be right back, ladies and gents, with the top of the 7th inning. BRB. All right, ladies and gents, here we are. We're here for the top of the seventh inning with Malmon throwing on the Trojans to try to close this game. He throws high for ball one. And the pitch fouled back for strike number one. Count is 1-1, ladies and gents. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's, ooh, icy and base hit for the pitcher. So run at first base. For the catcher. Ooh, strike one on the outside corner. And the pitch fouled for strike number two. Foul to the right side. Foul to the right side. Count stays 0-2 for the catcher for the Seahawks, who are trying to tie the game up, because if they don't, this game is pretty much over. Count is 0-2 with a run in first base. The catcher today is 0 for 2 with a ground out to short, a strikeout, and a hit by pitch in the 5th inning. And the pitch. And struck him out looking. Great pitch by William Malmon to collect his first strikeout of the game. Next at bat is the cleanup hitter, number 24. There's one out here in the top of the 7th inning. Good block by Mike Alcantara on the ball that's on the dirt. That's ball one. Step him. Yes, thank you. Good play, John Luis. Knocks it down and makes a routine play to collect the second out of the inning. And that is a put out by the first baseman. And the Seahawks are down to their last out with the 5th hitter, number 15, the center fielder, who is 1 for 2 today with a base hit and a fielder's choice. Willie Marmon is 1 out away from collecting his second save of the season here. And the runner gets third base automatically. That's a ball that's high. And fouled. Fouled off. And the pitch. Grounded to Brian Mello, who gets the ball and gets him out. And the game is over, ladies and gents. Even though the Seahawks threatened a little, the Washington Trojans have once again been victorious today with a 5-3 win. Once again, come on, Juan Perez. Don't be a sore loser, buddy. He was making those same calls for both teams. It's all love, man. It's all about our kids having a great time and enjoying some type of season, especially after this pandemic that we're trying to get out of. But once again, ladies and gents, thank you for tuning in on us. On what was another exciting game and another victory for our George Washington Trojans.
Shout out the fans. Shout out to all the fans that's watching.
Thank you to all the fans and alumni who are watching us live via YouTube. Your support and view is highly appreciated. To all the old alumni who are tuning in as well, thank you. We will try again tomorrow, where our George Washington Trojans try to win against the Inwood Eagles. It's been a pleasure, ladies and gents.
Axel, goodbye.
Yeah, I want to give it a shout out to all the West 50th Street support. I see them holding down the YouTube channel. Uh, GG's, you guys played good. It was a really tight game, very exciting game. This is my name is Raymond. I'm the technician here, and I hope that you guys all have a great time. Stay safe. Enjoy the warm weather coming, and we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.